I applied to camp because I heard before I applied that the camp community was unreal in the way that like everyone was so tight, and the friendships you made here kind of traveled with you to basically the rest of your life and everything that you go through. My favorite thing about the Yahoos is they're pretty much up for anything in terms of programming. Like one second we'll have them doing a super physically demanding activity such as the rock wall, and they'll be loving it, and next second we'll be painting Wookiees, which are like little wooden discs, and they'll be like totally creative and totally engaged in basically whatever we have thought up for them to do. So it's been really fun getting to know them. My favorite place at Sierra Camp would either be just at the boat dock at the end with all the Hobie cats and sailboats, or about halfway up the nature trail with this little outlook where you can see all the fallen leaf and Sierra Camp right below. It's pretty beautiful and unmatched. My favorite shift, I have two. One is I love working in the fountain because you get to know the guests pretty well as they come in and get their milkshakes and their yerbas and whatever. But the second one is for sure Hahoon night. It is when I hang with the Menahoonies and the Yahoos and do a lot of freeze dance and a lot of just wacky games that allow me to act like a kid for sure. My favorite dinner theme was on Mondays we had, on one Monday specifically, we had Mafia Wedding. So each individual was assigned a role. So mine was Mob Boss or Mafia Boss. And through the course of the meal, it was kind of like Clue, in that like a murder mystery came about, and we had to figure out kind of who it was in the span of the meal. My favorite off day was actually near the beginning of the summer. The group and I, we went to and had an overnight at Potts, which is this campground with a bunch of swimming holes that kind of resemble like cooking pots because they're not that wide around but very deep, and just like getting that overnight adventure where I got to like get to know everybody super well.
Panda, panda, panda.
Favorite thing to do in my free time, even if I have like an hour break between shifts, is paddleboarding, stand-up paddling. Just because you can kind of get everywhere you need to go. And I really like skateboarding at home, so this is something that is kind of similar.
Panda, 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 panda.
A great camp memory I have was after a dinner, one night we had a campfire on Baby Beach. And after having worked the whole day together, getting to kind of unwind and hang out with some of my best friends was for sure one of my favorite memories.
I got broads in Atlanta, just to lean the family, credit cards in the scammers, hitting the licks in the van, legacies.
Yeah, it's for sure not good for the website.